Hello everyone, it's me, Juan Gamer 4, back in another video, and firstly I want to set up with a disclaimer. If the audio seems rumbling and eerie, that's because until the normal tablet that I do recordings with, get its act together, or when I get a new tablet, from now on we're going to be doing most of our stuff on the old tablet. The one that I used with my read-throughs on the second channel. Go check it out. So yes, until further notice, this is the setup. So I apologize if the audio seems eerie at best. But anyways, we're gonna be reacting to MatPat's video, The Game Theorist, FNAF. You're not gonna like this. Yeah, you're going to hate this. I already have a bad feeling about this. But anyways, guys, let's get to it, shall we? Oh, come on! Okay.
Testing.
Yeah?
Boy, you're not gonna like this one, but I think we're right.
What do you mean?
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory, the show that started so many flame wars you'd think we were a pizzaplex.
Ha!
Right now, I'm in the middle of re-examining every piece of FNAF lore the series has ever produced in order to construct a definitive timeline for the series, or I suppose as definitive as possible for the series, considering, it's FNAF. That means that me and Tom and head editor Dan are combing over every misleading teaser, every line of hidden website source code, every page of the novels and their accompanying graphic novels, and every questionable skin from FNAF AR from Big Chungus Springtrap to Statue of Liberty Chica. Because nothing says America quite like rebranding a national monument with a giant toga-wearing murder chicken chilling for pizza. And
Ha!
our forefathers wept. Anyway, since this is an absolutely massive quest, we've broken the timeline down into 3 core chunks.
Okay.
Foundations of Freddy's,
Mhm.
Afton era, and post-Purple Guy. Basically,
Alright.
everything that happens post-Springtrap getting torched in FNAF 6. And
Okay.
the timeline theory is still in the works. We've already made some discoveries. Some big, some small. And it's one of the bigger ones that brings us here today. You see, as
Really?
we were rewatching all the cutscenes from FNAF 6, we heard this line from the completion ending of the game.
Thank you for your participation. There is no need for you to return to work next week, as Fazbear Entertainment is no longer a corporate entity.
Oh, sure, everyone remembers the whole "don't keep the devil waiting" bit during that ending. But
Yes.
people tend to forget what comes after the fire. An acknowledgement that Fazbear Entertainment is no longer a corporate entity. When
No longer.
dies in that fire, the game makes it clear that the company dies with him. But that doesn't make any sense knowing what we know now. In FNAF VR, AR, and Security Breach, Fazbear Entertainment is alive and still very much running. In fact, the company seems stronger than ever, building a giant mega pizzaplex that towers over...
Which I still would want to go if it's real life.
A dissolved company can't be going around making new games, and they certainly aren't building new 80s-inspired animatronics, are they? All of it seems
I don't know.
that someone restarted the company between FNAF 6 and FNAF VR. That single, simple observation, my friends, that led us down a rabbit hole, I believe may have solved another core part of Security Breach's endlessly frustrating story.
Okay.
We wanted to prove to ourselves that this corporate restart was a real thing. Throughout the core gameplay of FNAF 6, if you buy and display animatronics with a high liability rating, you get a chance to experience a fun little mechanic known as being sued. You go through the and decide whether to pay a lawyer to fight for you or just pay the listed amount to settle the case. It's a fun, quirky gameplay mechanic that fits with the humor of the franchise. However, there's a detail within these lawsuits that's important. If you
What?
take a look at the names at the top of each lawsuit, you'll see that the defendant is listed as Fazbear Entertainment, Inc. Those last 3 letters are important. That INC there means that Fazbear is an incorporated company. It means that Fazbear Entertainment has shareholders, people that own stocks within the company. There are also 2 different types of corporations, S-Corps, which tend to be smaller, and C-Corps, which tend to be bigger. Trust me, you don't really want to know any of that, nor do you need to know any of it for this theory. I just bring it up because it's knowledge that Steph and I have accumulated over the last decade of doing this work as business owners, and I just wanted it to be validated at some point in my life.
It's fine.
Anyway, useless business information aside, as we hear at the end of FNAF 6, Fazbear Entertainment, Inc. has been dissolved.
Fazbear Entertainment is no longer a corporate entity.
We can assume that Henry, in his final act before sacrificing his life, dissolved any and all ownership remaining in the company, so it would die with him, which is why it's so weird that suddenly it's back. And not just back, but back in a completely new form. In Security Breach, if you you check out the Balloon Boy arcade cabinet above the daycare, on the title screen you'll find that the copyright is now owned by a brand new company, Fazbear Entertainment, LLC.
Okay.
Again, those last three letters there are important. They
Why?
stand for Limited Liability Company. Basically, it means that the owners of the business aren't shareholders, but rather one or a small group of individuals that can't be held responsible for the debts of the business. If the Fazbear business took out a small loan of $1 million but couldn't pay it back, the banks couldn't then approach Henry or William's personal money demanding repayment. LLC members also
Yeah,
aren't
'cause they,
usually responsible
you know,
for the
they're
co-owners'
DED.
negligence or wrongdoing. Which again, knowing the history of this company is probably going to be a better business arrangement. Most importantly of all, though, LLCs tend to be smaller, held by one or a few individuals rather than a collection of shareholders. And
Okay.
this actually explains a lot. If you
What?
go for the Afton ending of Security Breach, you go down the elevator only to discover the FNAF 6 pizzeria underneath the whole thing. Try
Yes.
explaining that decision to your shareholders. We're just gonna build our new mall on top of that old burnt-down pizzeria. That'll rake in the big bucks. How about the fact that we get messages on the Faz Watch from building contractors concerned about building a giant mall over the equivalent of a sinkhole? Again, this doesn't feel like something you'd be able to do if the company had shareholders, but if the business is owned by a single individual, they could essentially do whatever they wanted. They don't have to answer to anyone.
But who is the shareholder then?
Someone has restarted the Fazbear brand under this new corporate entity. But who would...
Wait. Hold on, man. Hold on. You don't think that MatPat's gonna prove that I said it's Sammy Emily, right? If it's Henry's son, I am the GOAT. I am the greatest of all time.
No, because I wasn't the only one asking the question. In December of 2021, this book was released, the FNAF Ultimate Guide. Basically your one-stop shop for anything important to the franchise, written by the man himself, Scott Cawthon.
Yes.
Only Scott Cawthon. This thing is robust. It contains every scrap of dialogue, every game mechanic, a summary of every Fazbear fright, and a description for practically every one of the nearly 150 characters introduced into the franchise. If it ain't in here, it probably ain't worth your brain space. And if the book explicitly calls something out, well, it's probably going to be worth a look. And wouldn't you know it, but in the FNAF AR description of the glitch trap virus, this quote: "The cease work order from the Fazbear Entertainment Office of Legal Affairs seems to indicate that the company at some point becomes aware of the problem and tries to stop it. That leaves one question. Just who is running the company?" And it was...
Oh my god. Oh, come on.
If the peanut butter in a Reese's...
No.
is running the company. And it was here that I knew that I was onto something. The
Yes.
fact that the Ultimate Guide felt the need to point it out made me realize that this is absolutely something that we need to be solving.
We need to. Look, I'm looking at the book right now. I can confirm.
So let's figure out who's running the show over at the new improved Fazbear Entertainment LLC, shall we? Well, let's consider what exactly that person is doing. First and foremost, they're building a brand new location over the remains of the old FNAF 6 location. That right there is a huge red flag. Why not just bulldoze the whole thing and build a new one? Unless, of course, they know what's down there.
Oh no.
Underneath it all lies the heart and soul of this franchise, Afton. They are choosing to...
It's Vanessa, isn't it?
...top of his literal gravesite. The head of this new Fazbear Entertainment LLC wants access to him. And as we see at the end of the game, it seems like their goal is to bring him back to his former glory. But just having access to Afton's body isn't enough. This person wants more. We know that the head of Fazbear Entertainment LLC has been actively taking an interest in Vanessa becoming head of security, despite her having no qualifications for the position. We know this based on in-game messages. Quote, "Interview notes. As requested, here are my notes on today's Chief Security Officer interview. While Vanessa seemed eager and bright, she doesn't appear to have any relevant background experience. I realize the recommendation came from the top, but we need someone who's run security for a facility of this scale. I do not recommend her for this position. Based on this email, Vanessa should have never gotten the position, but note that it's marked for deletion. Someone wanted to hide the poor interview performance. Someone at the top. In yet another email...
But whom?
Quote again.
Who is it?
Head security guard. No prior qualifications. Internal reference. Name withheld. The person putting Vanessa forward for the job is trying to stay anonymous. But hold on. Why would someone want to hire Vanessa despite her limited experience? Well, the only really special thing about her is that she's possessed by glitch trap. So if someone's trying to bring Afton back, preserving his body underneath the Pizzaplex, it makes sense to get someone into the Pizzaplex who houses the only other part of Afton that remains, his consciousness in the form of the glitch trap virus. But possibly want to bring a serial killer back to life? I mean, think about what this person has done. They've restarted an entire company.
Yes.
They've hired third parties to scan old circuit boards.
Uh-huh.
Rebranded the franchise,
Yep.
built a mall, and then doctored emails to hire someone, all
And
in
is
an effort
responsible.
to resurrect Afton.
That
Who
too.
would do that? Who would go to that level of extreme? Can't be Vanessa.
No.
She can't hire herself. Can't be Michael. He's always trying to get rid of Afton.
Yes.
Can't be Henry. He dissolved the company in the first place.
Yes.
Can't be Gregory because he's trying to destroy the animatronics.
And he's a
But if
kid.
it's someone, it can be.
I will make you proud, Daddy.
The
Oh,
only
you
person
have
who
gotta
can
be kidding me.
Bring Afton back to life. The one person that through all of the games they've appeared in has been on Afton's side wanting to keep his vision alive. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I submit to you that Elizabeth Afton is the one in control of the new Fazbear Entertainment LLC.
I am literally gonna pick up my trash and throw it across the room. How in possible ways? No. I want to hear it. How is Elizabeth back?
Guess you could call her the boss baby. I will now pause and give you a chance to write your collective groans, frustrations, and general vitriol down in the comments. I'll remind you
There.
that right above that fiery comment section is our merch shelf, where it's your last chance to pre-order our new. You done venting in the comments? Told you this one would make you mad. Let's see what you
Yeah,
want. And
you
yes, I do
warned
this
me
with
that was
this,
gonna make
but
me mad.
Elizabeth is dead. Baby's eyes are blacked out in the blob. She died in FNAF 6. Yep, all of those are perfectly valid. I know it sounds insane.
Mm-hmm.
Believe me. No one recognizes that more than me. But I ask you, when has any character that's meant to be dead in this franchise ever stayed dead? Let's just look at the facts, shall we? Our second ever theory on the
True.
the similarities between Elizabeth Afton and Vanessa. They both like flowers.
True. No one ever stays. DED. I'm looking at Springtrap. Most definitely. I'm looking at my plushie right now, Springtrap. Stop coming back to life and continuing the series, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoy FNAF coming back, but come on, give Vanessa a chance.
Both have an abusive and manipulative father named William A. And of course, there's the blonde hair and green eyes.
Yes.
But we've never been able to actually figure out how these two characters are connected beyond them just being similar. Could it just be another instance of this franchise doing what I like to call pulling a Jeremy? That's
Ha.
the same detail multiple times just to confuse us. See, there's a bit more that's suspicious about Vanessa. There's one thing that me and every other theorist out there has been scared to tackle in this game, and it's this. Security Breach's fire escape ending. In it, Rock Freddy yeets Vanny off the top of a burning pizzaplex, sending both of them to their death. Gregory pulls off the Vanny mask to reveal that it was Vanessa the whole
R.I.P.
time.
Glamrock Freddy.
That surprised literally no one. Except after the credits, we pan up to the roof to see security guard Vanessa looking down as the building burns around her. Excuse me. What?
Excuse me?
Two Vanessas? Everyone just kind of collectively hand-waved this away. It must be a hallucination. Maybe it's her spirit still trapped in the pizzaplex. Or maybe, just maybe, Vanny and Vanessa have always been two separate individuals.
What?
Twin sisters. Hold on.
In Security Breach Fury's Rage, we could get VR sisters. That's one of the blockers in Fury's Rage. And I think it could be possible that one of the sisters, maybe Vanessa, went to go save her other sister after being taken over by Glitchtrap.
Recently, a new theorist has entered the ring with some pretty interesting...
I mean, I guess we could have two Vanessas. Maybe Tape Girl could be Vanessa's twin sister? Maybe? I don't know. I mean, you could bring Tape Girl in and be the villain. I mean, technically, she was the one who manipulated all of us to releasing Glitchtrap in the first place.
Things to say about Security Breach. John from the YouTube channel FNAF. And while I was busy coining the catchphrase Music Man, he was busy in his corner preaching the gospel of the VR sisters. Remember them? Of course you don't. Why would you? So let me refresh your memory. In case you've forgotten, Security Breach got delayed a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot. And at one point, Scott Coffin, worried that the fan base would be upset about the repeated delays, decided to release a short little meme game to tide us all over. A beat-em-up title called Fury's Rage.
The fan base, when they find out that I have to delay the game again, they're gonna kill me. What am I gonna do? I know. I'll make a game for them. 4
straightforward levels with a secret boss at the end, punching through
Poor
waves of the
Scott
franchise's most
Coffin.
forgettable enemies. Freddy Frostbear, Clown, Springtrap, Radioactive Foxy,
Uh-huh.
and Chip. And the rest of the enemies are just variations of Chica, the Puppet, Mangle, Baby. As for the bosses, most of them are jokes. Sure, you've got Vanny, but there's also Mega Brow,
Huh.
just Brow Boy from FNAF World. There's Soul Brawler, which is a reference to one of Scott's earlier game characters, Soul Dozer. And
Huh.
the secret final boss of the game, Dreamgeist, basically a giant troll about fan theories. And yet, in this game full of memes and tongue-in-cheek references, there's one set of characters that don't quite fit. The first level's boss, the VR Sisters. They're the only truly original characters for this game. Literally everyone else you can point to and understand what the reference is.
Yeah.
That is weird. Why would Scott put the time and effort into designing them, coming up with a name, and purposely putting them in there for us to look at if they weren't important in some way? With Vanessa being taken over by the glitch trap virus in FNAF VR, makes sense for this to be in relation to her in some way. She's a VR sister. And then her having a twin sister would explain why there could be a second Vanessa at the top
But
of a burning
that can't
building
be.
during the ending. What is it that John's been saying lately in his theory vids? Need more proof? Yeah, I do. You probably do too.
Yes, I want proof.
Once you get to level 4 of Fury's Rage, you find yourself in some sort of factory surrounded by conveyor belts and magnets holding up humanoid robot torsos.
Uh-huh.
And you fight Vanny and the game ends. But wait, before you get to the boss battle, there's one very crucial detail in the level that everyone overlooked.
What?
An orange pod with a female figure sitting inside. I've seen enough sci-fi to know that right there is a birthing pod, and the figure inside looks an awful lot like Baby from the Fourth Closet graphic novel. That's right, friendos, it's time once again for everyone's favorite segment. Matt Pat uses the lore of multiple FNAF books to explain parts of the game that make no sense. In the Fourth Closet, Baby's origins take a weird turn. She's actually a robot built by Henry to help replace his daughter Charlie after her death.
Yes.
Henry creates a robot for each stage of his daughter's life.
Yeah.
Toddler, child, teenager, and finally adult. In his
Okay.
mind, this would allow her to grow up with everyone else around her. And this gave us our first confirmed instance of robot kids being a thing inside of the series.
Yeah.
Robots that are capable of bleeding, eating, feeling cold. And here's the weirdest twist of them all. Baby is the final adult form of Charlie, which, let's just say I have some strong feelings about. People hate when I talk about books. The books tell you the rough guidelines or rough rules of the universe.
Uh-huh.
You look at the books, and there's this repeated thing of creators building robot kids. Okay, well, apparently that's fair game. And then, to take it one insane logical step further, not only are they building robotic versions of kids, but multiple versions of robotic kids at different ages, I would say you are insane. That's so stupid. It's a weird thing for them to do.
Yep.
And it challenges realism to such an absurd degree.
Yes.
That you're like, yeah, and no one's noticing that this person that they're interacting with and that bleeds. Again, because they bleed in the books. That bleeds. No one is noticing that this person doesn't age, but is still also eating in order to survive.
Yeah.
But is also like perfectly passable as a human in every other way, shape, and form.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And then the books later on, and it's also Baby, who is a robot clown. It's so stupid. I feel like no wonder people think that the theories that we produce are insane, because it is, but we're just telling you what the books say. Welcome to the books, I guess. What's also...
Dang. Well, tell us what you really feel, MacPack. Tell us what you really feel. And again, I want to emphasize this. I apologize if the audio is rough around the edges, okay? But this is what we're trying to do while I try to get the tablet to get its stuff together.
Interesting is that in the books, it's clear that previous versions of the robot humans don't have to stop working or die in order for newer, more grown-up models to activate. Both teenage Charlie and adult Charlie, aka Baby, are walking around, totally sentient with their own goals and motivations. One wanting to live a normal life completely unaware that she's a robot, and the other looking to kill children in service of William Afton, bitter because she's a robot. Sounds a lot like the relationship between a certain young security guard and her twin sister Murder Rabbit. Now, while there's no evidence to really support Charlie being rebuilt in the game lore like she was in the books, it does seem like Elizabeth may have multiple sisters of herself running around. In the words of John, who first proposed this one a year ago,
it could be very well possible that once Elizabeth died, William Afton not too soon after rebuilt her and built different ages of her throughout the years, just like we see in the books, in robot form. So that could be VR sisters, two different versions of the same person.
You know what? I think he's right. At the time, we didn't have the evidence, but now, I think he was ahead of his time. Move over!
You know what? As much as I want to be mad about this theory, and trust me, I kind of am, as long as it now stops the whole Gregory being a robot, because, I mean, technically, technically speaking, if anyone else who is going to attempt to make robots that represents their children, if it's not going to be Henry, it might as well be William. Okay? Like, I literally saw, like, someone saying that the Funtime animatronics represents the Afton family. Why I say that, I don't know. I think I remember them saying that Funtime Foxy represents Michael because of the Foxy Max. Foxy mask. Ballora represents Mrs. Afton, which, well, I mean, like, yeah, I know people are going to say, but Mrs. Afton is Ballora. We don't know that, okay? We don't know that. People are saying that, Circus Baby represents, Elizabeth. Only if they knew. Oh, if only if William Afton knew what that really means. And that Funtime Freddy represents, I guess, William himself. Don't ask me what about the crying child, because, like, I don't think I remember. I think they said, like, Bon Bon was the crying child or something. I don't know. But if anyone was gonna make their children, like, rebuild their children as robots, it has to be William. I'm just saying.
Gregory, there's a new robot human in town, and her name is Elizabeth Afton, and Vanessa, and Vanny, and probably the head of Fazbear Entertainment LLC too. All iterations of the same person from different life stages. All Elizabeth Afton. Some aware of who they really are, and some not. And one of those versions is Ruined DLC Girl. In some of Security Breach's cut dialogue,
Excuse me?
laugh lines that are definitely feminine, but also some that clearly mix in a young girlish tone.
Hey, yo.
Last one. Clearly, there's a childish girl laugh with a bit of a British accent mixed in there, exactly like the voice of Elizabeth from Sister Location. Sites like the Cutting Room Floor attribute these as cut Vanny lines, which makes sense considering that there aren't many human females in the game. But that laugh seems awfully young for Vanessa.
Yeah.
Vanny. And that's not all. Going back to Fury's Rage, notice the shoes on the VR sisters.
What?
Specifically the cool purple sneakers.
Oh.
The design of the blonde girls light up sneakers in the Ruin DLC poster. But upon closer inspection, yeah, it was close, but not strong enough of a match for me to call it out in a theory. Dead end, right? No.
Yeah.
Notice the two colors on those shoes. Red and purple. Very specific shades of red and purple.
Oh,
And
no.
what's the coloring of our two VR sisters? Red and purple.
Oh.
Just maybe this blonde girl is also part of the Elizabeth sisters. So that would
Great.
actually give us our four closets. Baby, the original, young
Uh-huh.
girl Elizabeth in the Ruin DLC.
Yes.
Vanessa, the 23-year-old security guard according to the FNAF AR emails.
Uh-huh.
And Vanny, who, you know, just might be slightly older. Her being a robot would
And, okay, I'm not trying to help MatPen on this one because I'm a little iff on this theory, but I mean, if you're going to carry an element of the original novels to the games, you might as well do it with William Afton with Elizabeth. I mean, like, if he did it with the crying child and Michael, it wouldn't make sense. But Elizabeth is so freaking loyal to her father that it hurts me. It hurts. Like, I'm pretty sure William does not care about Elizabeth Afton, and it makes me so mad that she is so devoted to him. This, like, can she not take a hint? I know she's a child, but come on.
also explain how she survived a massive fall from the top of a pizzaplex without being totally disfigured. Personally, I think this would actually be a pretty cool idea. Having all the versions of Elizabeth come together. This child, Vanny, Vanessa, maybe even the original baby would show up to complete the tribe of robot Elizabeths.
Maybe.
Doesn't all of this disprove my initial theory? If Vanny is the adult version of Elizabeth, then doesn't that mean we're out of Elizabeths to run Fazbear Entertainment LLC? We filled
Yes.
all four of our closets. Well, not quite. Because when you get to the very end of that final book, Charlie's love interest, John, stands by Charlie's grave after all the other known versions of her have died.
Uh-huh.
Looks up and sees none other than yet another, slightly older version of Charlie standing in front of him. I kind of just wrote this off initially as a cute ending, but in the wake of what we've been talking about this whole time, it reveals that there were never just four closets. There were
No.
never just four versions of Charlie.
No, no, no.
Potentially an infinite number of them, which honestly makes sense. Can't
Crap.
20-something-year-old Charlie looking 20 forever. She too would need to age up to look like a woman in her 30s, her 40s, her 50s. This idea is also shown in Fury's Rage. While the VR sisters are the first bosses, after you defeat them, they become regular enemies during the 3rd level. There are dozens of them that come out to attack you, one
Great.
after the other after the other.
Uh-huh.
Ones being built to achieve their purpose. Other bosses don't do that in the game. And in stage 4, those humanoid robot torsos hanging from the ceiling, they look a little bit more on the feminine side to me. Robot women being built by the boatload, ready to replace the ones that we destroy. Be they VR sisters, or security guards, or murderous rabbits. And at the top of the food chain is an older, wiser, more vengeful version of Elizabeth pulling the strings. Looking to bring her family of robots all back together to the same place. I suppose you could say that that makes the Pizzaplex the true sister location. But hey, say all you want.
You hear that? That's me banging my fist on the drawer. You know what? I'm okay with this theory. I'm okay. Because if it means that Elizabeth is going to be the new villain from now to the future, and we're dealing with alternate robotic versions of Elizabeth Afton, okay. As long as William stays in the ground where he belongs, then I'm okay with Elizabeth Afton being the new big bad. Okay? We need a female villain. Clearly, it's looking like they're going to give up on Vanny. So we might as well reel in Elizabeth Afton. We might as well. But anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, God, voice crack. Again, I apologize for the audio. We're going to get the red tablet fixed fast as we could. And yeah, this is One Gamer 54 signing off.